Hi, Sophie Andrell here. I wanted to give you a overview of your case studies and how to succeed on assignment 2. So by now you would have been assigned to your teams by Thomas. So if you have a issue where you haven't gotten a team yet, please contact Thomas directly. If you haven't been assigned to a case study, the teams were done first, and then he's assigning each team a case study. The case studies are all listed here on where all of your course lectures are, here being your Blackboard. So on the Blackboard you'll find all of the videos that you would have completed by now. I think we're finished up to and including lecture 7 now. So you would make sure that you're finished all of that, plus you've reviewed the chapter, the books, the one book, the textbook. There's up till chapter 7. Some people are saying they can't find the book. It's in the bookstore, so you want to look at that. It's called Your Online Marketing Strategy, and it's the same as last term's book, as well as the term before. It looked a little bit different, but the content is generally the same. So you're okay with those books. Anyways, the point of this lecture is to talk about the case study. And your assignment 2 and 3 are based on this case study that you've been assigned for your team. So you have a team that's been put together. Hopefully it's a team of 4. Sometimes people drop out between assignment 2 and 3, so you may end up with just 3 or 2 people in your team after all, but you're going to hopefully start with 4 people, and you may end up ending with 4 people, which will be awesome. So what you're going to be doing is, so in these case studies, there are 8 different case studies. You will be assigned one of them. So say you're assigned case study 7, that is the same company that you're going to do your assignment 2 and your assignment 3 on. You're going to look at the case study and you're going to see, okay, what is this business about? What kind of target market would they be trying to attract? And so what kind of digital solution should I be recommending? Facebook is not a digital solution. A calendar is not a digital solution. I've been looking at a lot of your class participation, and some of you really do get it. It's all about education. Some of you are using that cool word that I love. It's all about education and entertainment all at once. Something that's going to engage people and get them to trust you. Something that's going to use all of the team principles that we talk about in the lectures. Team principles are critical. What kind of content, what kind of series of content can you recommend? What digital solution, which is a series of digital content, can you recommend to this business, to this case study? And you want 3 of them, 3 digital solutions. And in that, it could be something that, in all of it, it's got to reach their target market, and it's got to be something that's going to cause people to trust them. It's going to cause people to eventually buy from them, right? That's the key. So in all that, it's got to be digital. So in assignment 2, which is the first time you're going to be talking about your case study, you might not even bring up the fact that you're hoping to implement this through Facebook. You don't even bring up the social media platform originally. You're really talking about the solution. So the solution could be a series of videos that they're going to be creating with them and their clients. And that could be Digital Marketing Solution 1. Another one might be a series of contests. That could be number 2. And then number 3 might end up being an auction or something they're doing online. So that could be 3. So it's that simple. What are the 3 digital solutions that you're going to recommend? And why does that benefit them? And why does that help them complete their business goals? So the one could be, if it happens to be contests, they're trying to get known in a different country, and these contests in this country will help them get known. So that'll help goal number 1. Another goal might be that they want to be the go-to place for certain knowledge, and so the go-to place to be the best place for fishing. So they may decide that they want a series of videos of them actually fishing, which would be pretty cool. So that would be another thing they're going to do. So it's a matter of what type of engaging content are you going to put out there that meets our team principles. So you're going to talk about those three for a solution for your assignment number 2. You're going to talk about 3 digital solutions, and then for assignment number 3, you're going to take each of those digital solutions with our feedback, because you might come back and say, I think they should be on Facebook. So you would get 0 for that. And then you might come back and say, I think they should use a calendar. Well, you'd get 0 for that, because neither of those are telling the business owner, well, what do I do? What is my digital solution? What should I be doing that's going to gain trust and what's going to gain me new clients and it's going to gain engagement? So now, once you've decided, we're going to do a video series. Okay, so now in assignment, and that makes sense, it's going to meet their goals. In assignment 3, you're now going to talk about, and we're going to, because this business happens to be targeting people that are over 55, that are business executives, we think we should just do this on LinkedIn, and that's all. So they're going to have a video series on LinkedIn. So now you're bringing up how you're distributing it and how you're trying to, which platforms are you going to use? And you're going to say, and they're going to need a calendar to manage it. And how are they going to grow? They're going to tag giants. So the tagging of a giant, using of the calendar, and putting it on a platform is all implementation. Implementation is what you're going to be focused on assignment 3. You're going to expand on it on assignment 3. So does that make sense? So let me just show you a couple different companies that I work with. So here's one. Oh no, that's me. I was at a booth. Anyways, that was me. Anyways, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyways, just for your information, I digress a little bit, but I had asked on Twitter which Twitter wall you suggest we use for this conference. So that was yesterday's, 2 days ago, the question on Twitter, class participation. So I ended up going with walls.io. It was pretty cool, and it allowed me to, what I liked about it was how very vibrant the photos were. So the hashtag was Love Local Expo, and there's me. Oh, that's me. I was actually pulling the actual winner for it, but I have the wall in the background, so it's very, very, very visual. So I liked that fact, and it showed the what they were saying in big text too, because I knew it was going to be up on a overhead, and I wanted people to be able to see it. So it's pretty cool. Hey, do you like it? I like it. Anyway, so there was a lot of you that really did participate. Thank you very much, and tried to find a wall that would work for a event, a conference, and this is the wall I went with. So this would be a digital solution for a company if they were actually in a place where they wanted people to see other people's social media posts. And maybe that makes other people do social media posts using something like this as a wall, as a digital solution. And every time someone posts and they use the hashtag, it ends up being in the store, displayed somewhere, because this is a wall, it gets displayed. That could be really cool to get people to engage. So I really like it. This is one of the few ones I found that actually shows the videos and the photos and displays it like this. I thought it was really well done. Anyway, so that's why I went with this one compared to some of the other ones. Let me close that. So what I wanted to show you was, okay, so here's one of my clients, Knock on Wood. So what I've done here as their social media digital platform, as their digital solution, is a whole bunch of videos that are educational. This is a higher end furniture store that has really quality furniture, kind of furniture you buy, it lasts a lifetime. So they have staff that are interior designers. None of them are commissioned, so you go in and their interior designers will actually help you design what you need. So the big thing that differentiates them from everyone else is the quality of their furniture and their interior designers. So we have a series of videos of why Lydia, one of their interior designers, recommends this furniture. And here's something where another one of their interior designers were introducing something else. And here's another one where their delivery people are outstanding as well. So we try to do that where we have a bunch of different videos where their people are introducing what they like best. So there's Lydia talking about another type of product or another brand that she likes. And there's Trudy talking about a stylish sofa bed that she likes there and why. So they don't actually talk in this case. I use Animoto where I do a lot of stills and I explain it a lot because they were all very shy. They didn't want to talk. So I'll show you what I mean. So in this case, so what you would be doing is in the digital solution, you're going to say we're going to do a video series talking about, you know, their expertise. So you can see we'll help you design your retro set. So, you know, I make this up for them. So then for your implementation, so one of your digital solutions might be, you know, a video series. Okay, so that's what you're talking about. And why? Because it helps them with their goal to be known as the expert in blank, whatever they're an expert in, whatever your case study is about. And then for the assignment number 3, you're going to talk about how they should implement it. How are they going to implement it? So in this case, because they're not very technical and they don't want to spend a big production, but they want to do it often because they want to keep on producing these on an ongoing basis. We try to do at least once a month. It'd be nice if I did actually twice a month for them. Sometimes I'm able to. We use something called Animoto, so I'm actually able to put in the photos and the text that makes sense, and it works out really well. So that's the kind of thing that you're going to do in number 3. You're going to talk about how you're going to implement it. So you're going to use Animoto, and then we're going to distribute it through which platforms. So this is a higher end furniture store. So women that are a little bit older are actually our target market. So we are on Facebook, and that's where we've been, and it's been very successful for us. We have over 10,000 people that like this page right now. And we've recently gone on to Twitter and onto Instagram because we're trying to expand our market a little bit now that we've been successful on here. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to show you is a digital solution is the videos that we do and the distribution. So that's assignment 2. You're going to talk about the digital solution, and then assignment 3, you're going to talk about how you're distributing it, whether it's through Facebook and why is that where their target market is, and then how are they going to create the videos? How are they going to measure success? So in our case, we measure success when we put up a video. Do we have people view it? That's one measure. And do people come in to buy it? That's a second measure. So that's pretty cool. So I'll show you another one that I work with over stock liquidation. So I haven't, I was in and worked with them, I want to say, well, over the last 2 years. I do not do their posts. I've trained them to do their own posts. So they do their own posts. And we used to do auctions here, so I don't know if they still do. We have over 10,000 people that like this page as well. So both the ones I'm showing you are local, and they like we have and so they have a charity yard sale. That's cool, going on right now. Let me just scroll down. These guys, we do contests all the time, so they're still keeping the contests up. So in their case, they have a contest once a week. And then what they do, a contest has to be very strategic. You don't just do contests to do contests. A contest needs to be strategic, and not all companies do contests. I have some of my contests like some of my clients like Knock on Wood. They don't like doing contests. They feel that their target market isn't one that enjoys contests. So they're not, so we do them once in a while. More so what we like to do is for Knock on Wood is if we have a sale going on, we like to tell our social media followers that, hey, if you come in and you show us that you're a social media follower, you'll get access to our sale 2 days before anyone else, and usually or a week before anyone else. Or we'll tell them this isn't a sale for anyone, but if you show us that you're a social media follower or like us on Facebook, if you already like us and you show that to us, we'll give you 15% off a floor model price, which is really cool because no one else is getting that sale price. So that's kind of what we do that's our strategy for Knock on Wood. For here, liquidation, overstock liquidation, we have a weekly contest, and what we do is we always look around to see what do they have too much of that week. So what we're trying to do is sell more of that. And so there's a contest, and it always says contest alert. We're overstocked with kids' costumes. We have princesses, superheroes, police officers, and more. Like and tag a friend, and get a chance to win. It should say like our page. I'm going to have to talk to them because the key is that we want people to like the page, not the posts. And then tag a friend for your chance to win. So, so what they would be doing below here, you'll see 311 people have entered this contest already. 311. So and what they need to do is they need to make sure when they choose the winner that this person actually liked the page. So I know they've got some new staff on there, and this new staff is pretty good. And the old staff was good too. So I'm pretty sure they know to check, but I'm just going to check in with them and see. Anyway, so you can see what they're doing here. The first time we did a contest like this, which was a couple years ago, it happened to be about kids' boots. We put up a contest, hey, we're overstocked with kids' boots. Like our page and tag a friend below who might also want to enter to win kids' boots. Who are they going to tag? They're going to tag someone else who has kids, who might also want kids' boots. So what happens is our reach becomes authentic because they're being tagged by someone they know, and it's extending the trust, which is really cool. So, and it's engaging because we're asking them to do something. We can measure the action so it's actionable and it's measurable. We see how many people have entered. That's really cool. And then what she's told me is anytime she does a contest that weekend, they sell more of that product than they ever do before because they're letting people know about it. So it's very strategic in this case, the contest. It's very effective, and it's good for this target market. It works for them. So do you see what I'm talking about now? So the digital solution here is a weekly contest for and how they measure success is that they're selling more of that product than they did before. What does not work well is just to have a contest for something that you don't sell, because that defeats the purpose. You're trying to get the message out there that, hey, we sell this stuff, we're going to give a couple away, and then you're hoping, oh yeah, they sell this stuff, I better go buy some. So it's going to increase what they sell. So let's just take a look. The charity sale. We used to do an auction as well. I'm going to go to events to see if they still do the auction. The auction was, yeah, so they haven't done an auction for a while. It was a lot of work because what we had to do in the auction was we would go in and we would post all of the products that were going to be part of the auction. So I should give them a call and see what happened. It was really good as far as the auction went because there was a lot of engagement. A lot of people were engaged in the auction when we first started. And so this was 156 plus 113 people were watching this auction. And we did it in an event for the implementation on Facebook because, as you know, in an event, if you say you're interested, you get an update all the time as to what's going on in the event, and all your friends are also notified that you are going to an event and that there's an event near them. So it's really good for getting the message out to implement something in an event on Facebook. So you want to keep that in mind. You just have to go back and see what happened with their event and their auctions, why they stopped them. Because we had, if you notice that one, I think it was like 57,000 reach on just that one auction. So, and they would only run for a few days. Anyways, so now if I go back to the class, case studies, we have, this one is a fishing and dining adventure. target audience are people in the greater Toronto area. That's what GTA is, Greater Toronto Area, and in China. So what I have for the first time in this class, I'm trying to get the class to do research as to what are the social media platforms that are acceptable that people are on in Canada, obviously the GTA, because that's where some of their target market is, as well as, in this case, China. So success for this will be to have a digital marketing solution, have 3 digital marketing solutions, and you may decide that 2 of them are going to target people in the Toronto area, and maybe 1 is going to target people in China. Or maybe all 3 of your digital solutions are going to target people in both. You need to decide, because then that will decide how you implement it. As you know, there are different social media platforms in China than there are here. So that's going to be really cool. So I have some articles here to help you in the different countries as to why these different countries would first of all be interested in a Canadian company to buy their products, and what social platforms some of them are using. So that's pretty cool. So this one is not Come to Paradise. I mean, these are all fictional. All of your case studies are fictional. You're not to contact these companies. You're not reaching out to them. It's fictional. But you can look at them as an example, because this is an example. It's perfect, because Come to Paradise, which is Paradise Vacation Properties, their website is cometoparadise.ca. I did that. I created that site for them. But anyways, they do have the target market of people from the GTA, as well as people they'd like to have a target market, people in China as well. So you know what they offer, because we talked about it on the LinkedIn. So I wanted to talk about that. So that was kind of in the back of your mind. So the question is, how are you going to reach out? What should they do? What are the 3 digital solutions you think these guys should do to try and get executive types? So look at that, executive types. Where will executive types be in Toronto, which social platform, and in China? So for your assignment 3, you need to think of how you're going to distribute it. Assignment 2, this one that you're doing now, you're just going to say, what are the 3 digital solutions will help them get trusted, will help them get engagement, will help them and they've got to be actionable and measurable. So which are those solutions that you should use? And you can talk about that for this one. So the only difference between case study 2 and 1 is that you're still in the GTA, but you want to grow in India. So you're going to do some research as to which platforms are the humans in India on, and what's the behavior, and what 3 digital solutions might work there. So that'll be cool. And then for solution 2, for your final assignment, assignment 3, you're going to talk about how you're going to distribute it through which social platforms, and how you're going to measure it, and how you're going to actually implement it. So case study 3, let's see, I haven't read these since I created them back in August. So brand awareness to a health-conscious females in Canada, US, and Brazil. Oh yes, I remember. So what I read is that the people in Brazil and in China, they see that Canadian products are high brand products. They're good quality, they're high in brand. So so they are importing foods from here. So so in this case, there's a company that happens to be a Peterborough-based company again, Chimp Treats, and they make healthy ice cream. So I'm pretending that they are expanding for case 3 into Brazil, and I'm pretending in case 4 they're expanding in China. So your question will be, how do they expand? First of all, your question is going to be, how do they? What are the 3 digital solutions that would work for them? What should they do that's going to garner them trust? That's going to get engagement, and the whole intent is that their brand is known. So when people go to grocery stores, because they don't sell direct, when they go to grocery stores, people think to look for them, right? So it's like when you go to a grocery store, you don't buy your, Kit Kat's chocolate bar directly from Kit Kats, you buy it through a grocery store. So the same thing with the nice cream or this chimp treats. You buy it through a grocery store, okay? But when you go, you need to know to look for it. So how are they going to get their brand out there? How are people going to know about it? And in the first case study, which is case 3 for them, it's going to be in Canada and Brazil. And then the second one is going to be in Canada and the U.S. and China. Actually, I want to take this out. It doesn't have to be the U.S. for number 3. It can just be Canada and Brazil. So you can choose to ignore U.S. if you want, because I meant to take that out. It's there. So some of you may have done work already into the U.S. for your case study. I'm not going to make you change that, but it really should have just been Canada and Brazil. I felt Canada, U.S., and Brazil was too much work for you, so I meant to take that out. I didn't realize it was still in the heading. Okay, so it's healthy choice food, so it's for people that are interested in health. It's people that are interested in making nutritional choices. There's no dairy in this. It's just fruit. It's very good if any of you have tried it. Anytime I decide to eat this instead of other kind of snacks, I do lose weight. I absolutely love it. So anyway, so that's what those two are for. Case study 3 and 4. So let's look at 5 and 6. So this is both are new apps for real estate agents and people interested in home designs. And so the first one is North America and into Brazil. The second one is North America and into India. So this is an online app, and it's aimed at companies that are, and again, I'm using these guys as an example because it's another fabulous local entrepreneur who has created it. So I'm very, very respectful of our local entrepreneurs. And hi, sweetie. And so these guys are a good one for you to look at, and as an example. And how would they grow more into North America and into Brazil? And how would you get them to, be known, be trusted? What 3 digital marketing solutions do you have? This one could be very exciting. So now let's go on to 7. 7 is a automotive stereo manufacturer from Canada here into India. So this new automotive stereo manufacturer is a Peterborough-based company. They would like to expand across Canada and into India. So most of the world's largest automotive makers are ramping up productions in India. So it's a huge automotive hub right now. So as more prosperous citizens trade in 2 wheels for 4 wheels in India, as more people are starting to buy their cars in India, is happening right now, is what they're saying. That's why there are so many people positioning themselves, larger companies, to sell cars in India. So it would make sense that if this company has a stereo, so they make car stereos, they want to be positioned in Canada as, if you want to have an aftermarket stereo, you want to put a bigger, better stereo in your car, that you reach out to them, and in India. So that's the second place that they want to target. So how would you recommend, what are the digital solutions this company should look at? And finally, case study 8, Canadian baby clothing manufacturer growing across Canada and into China. So another thing we realize that Chinese consumers associate Canada with a pristine environment and top quality products. So in this case, it's a company who is creating baby designed clothing, and they want to increase their clothing sales across Canada as well as into China. So that's the 3 digital solutions would you put in front of their target market. What do you think they should be doing to grow in both Canada and into China? And what are these digital solutions? And in assignment 3, you're going to talk about how to implement these 3 digital solutions. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and thank you very much, and good luck on your assignment 2.